Hello and welcome to Dr. Varsha Gaitonde's channel. This is Agriculture Current Affair video series part 3 of 2024-25. We were discussing about important programs and schemes related to agriculture. The next program is Precision Agriculture. This represents inputs which are deployed with utmost precision to achieve amplified average yield, a marked advancement over conventional farming practices like agroforestry, intercropping, and crop rotation. Here, information and communication technologies are given most priority, rest on principles of sustainable agriculture and the production of wholesale food, simultaneously pursuing economic gains, heightened production, enhanced economic efficiency, and curbing of environmental repercussions. The different technologies involving here like GIS, GPS, remote sensing, artificial intelligence, robotics, yield monitoring, better decision making, real-time action, and the final target is getting most profit or profitability. Advantages: enhanced agriculture productivity, prevention of soil degradation, diminishing chemical usage in crop cultivation, optimal exploitation of water resources, propagation of contemporary farming techniques for augmenting production quality, quantity, and cost effectiveness, and finally, altering the socio-economic landscape of farmers. The obstacles we often acquaint in this technique are educational and economic challenges, dearth of local experts, limited funds, insufficient knowledgeable resources, and extension personnel substantially impaired progress. From an economic standpoint, the initial cost of implementing precision agriculture have a pronounced impact in comparison to other issues. Next is Pesticide Action Network. Pesticide Action Network has released a report indicating that several states are exceeding the recommended levels of specific pesticides in their usage. That means whatever is recommended, that is not practiced, but more than that only farmers are using in their farmer field. Some of the example kind of pesticides like chlorpyrifos. This was utilized to control soil-borne insects but is a notorious which causes brain damage, has been prohibited in numerous countries. Fipronil. This is used to manage ants, beetles, and fleas. Then atrazine as a pre-emergence control of grasses and weeds. Paraquat, which is herbicide utilized to regulate grasses and weeds. Earlier, acting upon the suggestions of Anupam Verma Committee report, the Union Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare had enforced the Pesticides Order or Pesticides Prohibition Order 2018, which resulted in the prohibition of 18 pesticides. Now, PAN, that is Pesticide Action Network, which is an international coalition comprising of roughly 600 non-governmental organizations, citizens groups, and individuals across approximately 60 countries, is dedicated to opposing pesticide usage. Instead, it advocates for ecologically more sustainable alternatives. Indigenous livestock breeds. Registration of 10 novel breeds of livestock species encompassing cattle, buffalo, goats, and pigs has been accomplished by ICAR. This include evaluated the aggregate count of indigenous breeds to 212. The assortment of 10 fresh breeds encompasses 3 cattle breeds like Kathani, Sankori, Mucilam, 1 buffalo breed that is Purnathadi, and 3 goat breeds like Sojat, Karoli, Gujari, and 3 pig breeds that is Banda, Manipuri Black, and Wak Chambil. Rice fortification. There are 2 terms here, fortification and biofortification. Fortification denotes a deliberate augmentation of crucial micronutrients encompassing vitamins and minerals, including trace elements within food items. Practice aims to enhance the nutritional quality of food supply, ultimately benefiting public health while minimizing associating with health risks. Government has outlined a plan to implement fortified rice across all schemes under the Government of India by 2024 in a phased approach. The fortified rice kernels incorporated containing micronutrients like iron, vitamin B12, and folic acid in the ratio of 1:100, that is 1 part of micronutrient and 100 part of rice during the milling process. Accordance with the norms set by Food Safety and Standard Authority of India or FSSAI, every kilogram of fortified rice will contain iron of about 28 to 42.5 mg, folic acid of about 75 to 125 micrograms, vitamin B12 of about 0.75 to 1.25 micrograms. Advantages of fortification: cost effectiveness and ability to act as a supplementary strategy to elevate vitamins and mineral content in diets. Next is biofortification. On the other hand, involving enhance the nutritional quality of food crops through method like agronomic practices, conventional plant breeding, or modern biotechnology. Unlike traditional fortification, this technology focuses on elevating nutrient levels during the growth of crops rather than manually adding nutrients during crop processing. Examples like iron biofortification in rice, beans, sweet potato, cassava, legumes, zinc biofortification in wheat, rice, beans, sweet potato, and maize, provitamin A carotenoid biofortification in sweet potato, maize, cassava, and amino acid and protein biofortification in sorghum and cassava. Swamitva Yojana. This is a scheme to create a digital map for all the 6 lakh villages as part of Swamitva scheme, encompassing 3D maps developed for 100 cities across India. The aim is on Panchayati Raj Divas in 2020, initiative was expanded to cover all states, having initially been introduced in only 9. The initiative aims to employ advanced technologies like drone utilization, map land ownership in rural region. The primary objective is to transform property records maintenance procedures in India, and this was taken by Ministry of Panchayat Raj. Through the initiative, residential land within villages will be surveyed utilizing drones, establishing an indispensable records. State governments will produce property cards for each village property utilizing precise drone-derived measurements. Advantages like it furnishes property right to the individual so that they can avail bank loans. Then it helps in collecting the taxes from property in right way. Next is Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture. The scheme encompassing range of agriculture products including vegetables, fruits, roots, tuber crops, aromatic crops, flowered, spices, bamboo, coconut, cashew, cocoa. This scheme operates as a centrally sponsored initiative. This has different collaborations like Technical Guidance and Council to State Horticulture Mission, Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, Saffron Mission, and National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. It is implemented by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare GOI. Financial mechanisms like as a part of MIDH, Government of India contributes 60% of the total funding for developmental programs across states, excluding those in the northeast and Himalayan regions. In these specific states, government contributes 90% while the states contribute 10%. Subsidiary scheme of this include National Horticulture Mission for Northeast and Himalayan states, National Bamboo Mission, National Horticulture Board, Coconut Development Board, then Central Institute for Horticulture. Next is Production Linked Incentive Scheme for Food Processing Industry. This is a central sector scheme which aims in providing support to Indian food product brands in the global market. This is followed with the framework of Niti Aayog's Production Linked Incentive Scheme under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, enhancing Indian manufacturing capabilities and enhancing exports. Key attributes like primary element of the scheme involve incentivizing the production of 4 key food product categories like ready to cook or ready to eat foods, including products based on millets, processed fruits and vegetables, marine products, and mozzarella cheese. This first component also covers innovative and organic offerings from SMEs, including free-range eggs, poultry meat, and egg products within these specific segments. Second aspect pertain support for brands and overseas marketing with the aim of encouraging establishment of strong Indian brands. The period is from 2021 to 2027. Administrative and implementation framework like schemes oversight at the central level will be handled by empowered group of secretaries presided over the cabinet secretary. Interministerial Approval Committee will be responsible for approving the selection of participants to be covered by the scheme as well as sanctioning and disbursing. Saffron Bowl Project. This covers Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, and Jammu and Kashmir. Traditionally, saffron production has been limited to specific geographical zones within Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. In Pampur region, known for the saffron bowl of Kashmir, stands as a primary contributor to the saffron output. Recognized as a globally important agriculture heritage system site in India, Pampur Saffron Heritage of Kashmir has received international acknowledgement and it is also having GI tag. anti-methanogenic feed supplement. The scheme is Harit Dhara. ICR has developed anti-methanogenic feed supplement. The significance is reducing cattle methane emission approximately 17 to 20%, simultaneously leading to increased milk production. The supplement is derived from plant-based source rich in tannin. Tropical plants contain tannins, which are chemical compounds with bitter and astringent properties known to inhibit or eliminate protozoa within the rumen. Advantages: by administering the population of protozoa microbes in the rumen, which contribute to hydrogen generation, this supplement restricts the availability of hydrogen for archaea, that is a microbial structure akin to bacteria involved in reducing carbon dioxide to methane. The fermentation process following the use of this supplement promotes production of propionic acid. This acid offers increased energy for lactose synthesis and weight gain. Substantial reduction in methane production. In India, average lactating cow or buffalo emits around 200 liters of methane daily, while young growing heifers emit 85 to 95 liters and adult sheep emits 20 to 25 liters. Application of Harit Dhara can potentially decrease the emission by a fifth. Process and reasons for methane production in cattle. Methane generation occurs in animal with a rumen, which serves as the first of their four stomachs. Ruminants consume plant materials, cellulose, fiber, starch, and sugars. These substances undergo fermentation or breakdown by microorganisms in the rumen before further digestion and nutrient absorption. Fermentation of carbohydrates resulted in the production of hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Microbes, especially archaea within the rumen, utilize these gases to generate methane. Methane holds a global warming potential 25 times that of carbon dioxide over a 100-year span, making it a more potent greenhouse gas. Aquaponics. Aquaponics is nothing but the principle of hydroponics and aquaculture combination. Though aquaponics, a systematic environment is created where both fish and plants thrive together within a single integrated ecosystem. Waste produced by fish serve as the nutrient for plants. Simultaneously, plants act as natural filter, purifying the water for the fish. The third crucial component in this dynamic, the microbes or nutrifying bacteria, transform the ammonia present in the fish waste in nitrates to serve as vital nutrients for the plant's growth. Advantage: increasing yield, adaptability, then minimal waste, reduced labor, and dual utility. The weaknesses are like initial costs are high, knowledge requirement is limited, temperature constraints are major here, vulnerability to errors, ongoing management are poor, infrastructure demand is high, dietary incompleteness is also observed here. To summarize this, aquaponics present innovative and holistic way to produce both fish and plants in a harmonious ecosystem. It boosts numerous advantages in terms of yield, efficiency, resource use. It requires careful management, initial investment, and specialized knowledge to achieve its full potential. Agriculture Product Market Committee, APMC. These are marketing organizations instituted by state governments to protect farmers from potential exploitation by third party or prominent retailers, while preventing excessive escalation of the price difference between farm and retail stages. Activities of APMC is governed by APMR, that is Agriculture Produce Marketing Regulation Act, which is enacted at the state level. The principles is stay shielded from intermediaries, means protecting the farmers from intermediaries. Mandating that all agriculture produce is initially brought to the designated market yard and then made available for purchase through auction. Different regions within the state where APMC markets operate are geographically designated. Farmers are obliged to sell their produce via auction system at the mandi located within their respective region. Traders must obtain licenses to participate in trading activities within a mandi. Direct purchase of produce from farmers is prohibited for wholesale or retail traders and food processing companies. Let's see the APMC Model Act of 2003. It enables the implementation of contract farming agreements, establishing specialized markets for perishable goods, granting the freedom for farmers and private individuals to establish their own markets, easing the norms for obtaining licenses, instituting a unified market fee, and allocating APMC generated revenue for enhancing market infrastructure. However, it's important to note that all the states have ratified this bill. While some states have passed the bill, they have not yet formulated the requisite regulations or announced its implementation. Consequently, barriers persist in interstate trade. Next is fertigation. It's a process of applying fertilizers by integrating them into irrigation system or irrigation water via drip system. It helps in uniform dispersal of fertilizer in a solution form during irrigation. High nutrient accessibility is promoted. Both liquid and water soluble fertilizers can be utilized. Fertigation can elevate fertilizer utilization efficiency from 80 to 90%. Benefits are: it directs nutrients and water to the active root zone, leading to enhanced crop absorption. 25 to 50% increase in crop yield can be observed. Saves time, labor, and energy. It is suitable for applying urea, potash, and highly water soluble fertilizers. Next is GM seeds. Genetic engineering seeks to transcend the boundaries between species by introducing foreign genes into seeds to achieve specific desired outcomes. These alien genes might originate from plants, animals, even soil bacteria. Example, Bt cotton, HT-Bt cotton, which is created by inserting extra gene from different soil bacterium conferring resistance to the common herbicide glyphosate. Bt cotton is for Bacillus thuringiensis. Bt brinjal to withstand attacks from fruit and shoot borer. Then DMH lemon mustard. This is to facilitate cross-pollination in a crop that is naturally self-pollinating. Let's see the legal status for genetic engineering. In India, Genetic Engineering Appraisal Committee holds highest authority in permitting the commercial release of GM crops. Violating this regulation may lead to 5-year prison, 1 lakh rupees fine under Environmental Protection Act 1986. Economic benefit is farmers significantly reduce weed control. The constraints of using GM crops is their prolonged consequences on environment. The asset of genetic modification could introduce changes that pose eventual risk to human health also. Coming to organic farming in India. Organic farming is an agriculture method that employs biological fertilizers and pest control derived from animal or plant waste. It constitutes a distinctive production management system like enhancing agro-ecosystem health by supporting biodiversity, biological cycles, and soil biological activity. India holds top position in terms of number of organic farmers and ranks 9th globally in the context of land dedicated to organic farming. Sikkim achieved the historic distinction of being the world's first fully organic state, inspiring other states like Tripura and Uttarakhand. Following Sikkim's lead, Lakshadweep secured status of being a completely organic region, marking the status as the first among the Indian Union territories to accomplish this feat. Northeastern region of India has a long-standing tradition of organic farming with notably lower chemical consumption. Efforts are also being directed towards preserving the organic practices of tribal and island territories. Key organic exports from India encompasses flax seeds, sesame, soybean, tea, medicinal plants, rice, and pulses. Organic farming practices include using farmyard manures, vermicompost, green manure, crop rotation, animal husbandry, biocontrol, and all kinds of biofertilizers. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare introduced central sector scheme named Mission Organic Value Chain Development for Northeastern Region, operational in states like Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, and Tripura. The scheme is called MOU-CDNER. The scheme aims to establish certified organic production through a value chain approach that connects growers with consumers. It supports the entire value chain, including inputs, seeds, certification, and facilities for collection, processing, marketing, and brand building. It also provides assistance for cluster development, on-off-farm input production, seed planting, material supply, infrastructure setup, integrated processing unit, transportation, branding, certification, farmer mobilization, etc. Jute. Cabinet endorses extension of regulation for compulsory packaging using jute material. As per the revised norms, all food grains and 20% of sugar must be obligatorily enclosed in jute bags. Historical context. Under the Jute Packaging Material Compulsory Use in Packing Commodities Act 1987, government is mandated to consider and implement the mandatory utilization of jute packaging material for certain goods supply and distribution. This is done to foster the growth of raw jute, jute packaging material, and the individuals involved in their production. Jute is known as golden fiber, holds a significant place as one of the lengthiest and most widely employed natural fibers across diverse textile applications. It thrives in tropical lowlands, experiencing humidity levels ranging from 60 to 90%, rain development crop requiring minimal fertilizers or pesticides. India stands as the world's primary producer of raw jute and jute related products. Mainly, it is grown in eastern part of India. The fiber consisting of cellulose and lignin derived from plant material. It flourishes in flat alluvial soils with standing water. Suitable for monsoon climate, marked by warmth and humidity, supports jute growth during monsoon season. The processing includes retting, stripping, washing, sun drying, and baling. Basmati rice. India, recognized as the globe's premier exporter of basmati rice, has submitted application to European Union in pursuit of securing a protected geographical indication status for basmati rice. Pakistan has expressed opposition to this endeavor because the country Pakistan also claims that basmati belongs to them. India's historical context, cultivation of long grain aromatic basmati has predominantly occurred in Indo-Gangetic plains, nested at the base of Himalayas. Additionally, basmati rice has been cultivated for ages in Kalar Tract, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Delhi, Jammu Kashmir, and between Ravi and Chenab rivers in Pakistan's Punjab province. APEDA got the geographical indication tag for 7 states situated within the Indo-Gangetic plains. Next is Max 1407, which is a soybean variant product of Indian scientists known for its robust resistance against pest and high yield. This is suitable for Assam, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, and northeastern states, as well suited for cultivation at this region. The initiative was taken by Agarkar Research Institute in Pune. Traditional crossbreeding method were employed in the development of this strain. The features include sturdy stem, then ability to resist pod shattering, even suitable for mechanized harvesting, suitable for rain-fed condition. World's first GM rubber sapling. This was recently introduced to rubber boats Sarutari Research Farm located in the outskirts of Guwahati in Assam. This innovation was crafted at the Kerala-based Rubber Research Institute RRII. GM rubber saplings have been enhanced through the insertion of additional copies of the MnSOD gene, that is manganese containing superoxide dismutase gene. This augmentation is anticipated to help the GM rubber withstanding the harsh cold conditions encountered during winter, significant factor impacting rubber sapling growth. That means this keep on the plant growth even in the winter season. The gene employed in the development of GM rubber has its origin within the rubber plant itself. Land races. Land races pertain naturally occurring variations of commonly grown crops. Thus stands in contrast to commercially cultivated crops, which are developed through selective breeding or hybrids or genetic engineering to emphasize specific traits over others. Padma awards to land races. Rahibai Popere was awarded with Padma and widely recognized as the seed mother, hails from Akola Taluka of Maharashtra. She serves as a testament to her endeavors, which has successfully safeguarded numerous land races at the local village level. National Agriculture Market, or ENAM, the abbreviated for the Electronic National Agriculture Market, which is an online trading platform dedicated to agriculture produce. The primary objective is to assist farmers, traders, and buyers in conducting online transactions, thereby facilitating smoother marketing processes and obtaining improved prices. The Small Farmers Business Consortium, functioning under the guidance of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India, takes on the role of principal agency for implementation of this ENAM. Vision is to foster uniformity and streamlining procedures across integrating marketing, rectifying information disparities between buyers and sellers, and enabling real-time prices discovery based on actual supply and demand dynamics. Here is the mission. Here, contacting Agriculture Produce Market Committee nationwide, that means it connects the APMCs. The virtual platform is designated to facilitate pan-India trade, which involves in auction processes, which accomplishes by orchestrating transparent auction process grounded in the quality of produce and facilitating prompt online payment. Here, seller and buyer will be involved. If seller accepts price quote by means if buyer takes the challenge of price quoted by the seller, their trade match will be done, and deposit means bank, then APMC or channel partners, seller facilitators will involve in the settlement and movement of goods, that means delivery of the goods. Like that, it may work between the states or between different regions. Advantages: for farmers, it signifies an expanded array of sales option. This encompasses the prospect of engaging in warehouse-based sales, thereby negating the necessity to transport produce to the traditional market or mandi. For local traders operating within the mandi or market, ENAM presents prospect of assessing border national market for secondary trading. It helps in direct participation of buyers, sellers, APMCs, etc., and helps in reduction of intermediary and intermediation cost. Large Area Certification Scheme. The Union Territory of Andaman and Nicobar Islands has achieved significant milestone with a contiguous land area of 14,491 hectares being granted organic certification, marking first substantial territory to receive such certification under Large Area Certification or LAC program. It's implemented as a part of Parampagaragat Krishi Vikas Yojana flagship scheme by Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. This distinctive and expedited certificate initiative aims to tap into the potential of these areas. Under LAC program, each village within the designated area is treated as a single cluster or group. All farmers within this region, along with their land, farmlands and livestock, are required to conform to established standards. Upon verification, they collectively receive certification without undergoing conventional conversion period. Certification is renewed annually through a peer appraisal process in alignment with the PGS India procedure. Benefits: as per the traditional organic production standards, areas with a historic chemical input usage typically need to undergo transition period of 2 to 3 years to attain organic status. During this period, farmers adopt standard organic farming practices while their farms remain within the certification process. After successfully completing this transition phase, farms can receive organic certification after 2 to 3 years. This certification process necessitates comprehensive documentation and periodic verification by certification authorities. However, LAC scheme employs simplified requirements allowing for almost immediate certification of the designated area. Next is Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. Recently, Union Cabinet has given approval for several modifications to the central sector schemes governed the financial facility under Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. Eligibility criteria have been expanded to include state agencies or APMCs, national and state federations of cooperatives, federations of farmers, producers, organizations or FPOs, then self-help groups as beneficiaries. For Agricultural Produce Market Committee or APMC, the loan will be given up to 2 crores as the investment to provide for various infrastructure products within the same market yard, encompassing facilities like storage, sorting, grading, assaying units and silos. Authority to effect necessary changes including beneficiary additions or deletions has been delegated to the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Duration is from 4 to 6 years, which has been extended, and 10 years to 13 years. That means it will cover up to 2032 to 33. Agriculture Infrastructure Fund is a long-term debt financing avenue targeting investments in viable projects for post-harvest management, infrastructure and community farming assets. It operates through interest subvention and credit guarantee mechanisms. As part of the scheme, banks and financial institutions will provide 1 lakh crore as loans coupled with interest subvention of 3% per annum, and credit guarantee coverage under the Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for micro and small enterprises for loans up to 2 crore. Eligible beneficiaries encompasses scope covers farmers, marketing cooperative societies, joint liability groups, multi-purpose cooperative societies, agri entrepreneurs, startups, public-private partnership projects sponsored by central or state governments or local bodies. Here how the funds are managed: by oversight and monitoring by Management Information System Platform to ensure real-time monitoring and effective feedback at national, state, district level monitoring committee will be established. Next is Rashtriya Gokul Mission. In 2014, this mission was launched as a part of National Program for Bovine Breeding and Dairy Development with the aim of preserving and enhancing indigenous bovine breeds. Objective is to increase bovine productivity and milk production, propagate use of high genetic merit bulls, enhance artificial insemination coverage, and promote indigenous bovines conservation. This is overseen by the agency known as Livestock Development Board. The main key features like Gokul Grams is another project under this. Rashtriya Gokul Mission envisions establishment of comprehensive cattle development centers called Gokul Grams dedicated to the nurturing of indigenous breeds, including 40% non-descript breeds. Aim is to promote indigenous cattle conservation, propagate high-quality bulls of indigenous breeds, farm management techniques, promotion and utilization of animal waste in effective way. Key features of Gokul Grams like these are self-sustaining, guaranteeing economic resources from the sales of A2 milk, organic manure, vermicomposting, urine distillates, biogas-based electricity for both internal consumption and external sales. These centers will serve as the state-of-the-art institute training hubs for farmers, breeders, and Maitri, that is Mahila Agriculture and Indigenous Technology Research Institute members. Gokul Gram function as indigenous breed development centers, ensuring reliable supply of high-quality breeding stocks to farmers in the breeding area. The maintenance ratio is 60:40 between milch and unproductive animals, with the capacity to accommodate around 1,000 animals. Adequate nutritional provisions for the animals will be achieved through in-house fodder cultivation. Metropolitan Gokul Grams will primarily focus on enhancing the genetic quality of urban cattle through genetic upgradation initiatives. Next is BEAD model of crop insurance. This is related to Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. BEAD, situated in the drought-prone Marathwada region of Maharashtra, poses unique challenge to insurance companies. Farmers here have faced recurrent crop losses due to either inadequate rainfall or excess rain. Significant payouts required by such losses have led to financial difficulties for insurance companies. Solution is the excessive amount is taken by state government. Under these revised guidelines, the insurance company offers coverage of 110% of the premium collected, subject to certain conditions. If the compensation surpasses the provided coverage, state government committee to cover the difference. In cases where compensation falls short of the premium collected, insurance company retains 20% as handling charge while reimbursing the remaining portion by the state government. Impact on the state government means reimbursement will be given to state government. Impact on state government: during regular seasons with minimal farmer reported losses, state government anticipated receiving funds that can be utilized as a fund reserved for the subsequent year's scheme. However, in the event of losses attributed to extreme weather conditions, the state government will assume the financial responsibility. Means if profit is there to the insurance company, state government takes the money, and if losses are occurred to farmers, then state government contribute to address that loss. Next is submission on agroforestry or SMAF scheme. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Central Silk Board on a convergence model for the implementation of agroforestry in silk sector under ongoing submission on agroforestry scheme. This is to incentivize farmers to take up sericulture-based agroforestry model. This was started in 2016-17 as part of the recommendation of National Agroforestry Policy 2014. This submission is under National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. India was the first country to have such a comprehensive policy, which was launched at the World Agroforestry Congress held in 2014. At present, scheme is being implemented in 20 states and 2 union territories. Aim of the mission is to encourage farmers to plant multi-purpose trees together with the agriculture crops for climate resilient and additional source of income to the farmers, as well as enhanced feedstock to inter alia wood-based and herbal industry. PM Kisan Kusum प्रधानमंत्री किसान ऊर्जा सुरक्षा एवं उत्थान महाभियान is a scheme launched by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy in 2019 to promote solar energy in agriculture sector. The scheme has 3 components. First one is 10,000 megawatt of decentralized ground-mounted grid-connected renewable power plant, installation of 20 lakh solar-powered agriculture pumps, and converting 15 lakh agriculture pumps already connected to the grid into solar. A scheme aims to increase access to energy in rural area, contain climate catastrophe, create employment opportunities. Challenges like financial and logistic issue, depleting water table, regulatory barriers and stability, reducing emission from agriculture. There are a number of practices can be used to reduce emissions in agriculture, like alternate wetting and drying of paddy. Like there will be 0 to 10 days gap after wetting, means after drying there will be 10 days gap, again wetting can be done here. Like that, increasing the productivity of milk and meat production done by improving animal feed and breeding practices will mean that fewer animals are required to produce the same amount of milk or meat, which will also reduce emission. Using organic agriculture practices. In alternate wetting and drying process, irrigation water is applied few days after the appearance of the ponded water. This means that field gets alternate flooding and non-flooding. This will reduce the methane emission and carbon dioxide excess production. Coming to status of agriculture in India, the contribution of agriculture to national income is increasing year by year, and the population involved is about 54.6% of the total workforce as per census 2011. National Food Security Act 2013. The aim is to provide food and nutritional security to people of all ages from pregnancy to age old. This has 2 category beneficiaries. One is priority households. These are households that are identified by the state government of being most in need food security, giving 5 kg of food grains per person per month at subsidized price. Antyodaya Anna Yojana is the second one. Here the poorest of the poor households are the beneficiaries, where 35 kg of food grains per household per month is given on subsidized prices. In addition to provide food grains, NFSA also provides meals and maternity benefits to pregnant women and lactating mothers, and meals to children up to 14 age group. It also sets up grievance redressal mechanism at the district and state level. The NFSA covers nearly 2/3 of the country's total population based on the census 2011. Provision is the subsidy price is 3 rupees for kg of rice, 2 rupees for wheat, and 1 rupees for coarse grains. Meals are given to pregnant women, and lactating mothers are entitled to receive 2 meals per day for 1000 days. Children up to 14 years of age are entitled to receive 1 meal per day. Maternity benefits, like pregnant women and lactating mothers, are entitled to maternity benefits of 6,000 rupees. Then it goes for grievance redressal also. The NFSA is a landmark legislation that has potential to reduce hunger and malnutrition in India. It is a right-based approach of food security, helps poorest of the poor households with the Antyodaya Anna Yojana scheme. Then MSA is still a work in progress. There are challenges also. Next is equity grant. Government has released equity grant of over 37 crores to 2018 farmer producer organizations under ENAM. The equity grant scheme is a program provides matching equity grants to FPOs to help them enhancing their viability and sustainability and increase shareholding to their members. This is operated by Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium. Eligible FPOs can receive the grant equivalent to amount of the equity contribution of their stakeholder members in the FPC, subject to maximum of rupees 15 lakh per FPO in 2 tranches within 3 years. The EGS is designated to address nascent and emerging FPOs, and the capital given does not exceed 30 lakhs. Release of this equity grant is a significant step towards government's goal to promote FPOs as a vehicle for rural development. FPOs can play a vital role in improving the income of farmers by providing them access of better market inputs and services. AGS will help FPOs to become more financially stable and sustainable and to better serve the needs of their members. Benefits of AGS or equity grant scheme: this raises their equity farmers' equity capital, attracts more members towards FPO, introduces new technology and equipment by financial assistance, help FPOs to provide better services to their members like training, marketing, financial assistance. Equity grant scheme is a valuable tool for promoting the growth and development of FPOs. It has potential to make a significant impact on the lives of millions of farmers and their families. The last program or thing to discuss in the third part is Nereguli paddy. This is a flood-resistant traditional variety of paddy grown by the farmers of Karnataka. It is like for its strength, taste and health quotient. Though the yield is less, but compared to other varieties, it is highly tolerant to flooding. That means wherever high amount of rainfall is there, this variety suits good. This has greater demand in Kerala and Goa. It's a deep water variety, grows 10 feet tall, wide range of climatic conditions also it is suitable. Hardy variety, high in protein and fiber. Delicious variety of paddy and has distinctive flavor or aroma. This is grown in mainly, it's a variety of Karnataka. It's a reliable source of income and nutritious food source for the local population. Friends, if you like my initiative, please keep on liking, subscribing, sharing as well as commenting. If you have any doubt, keep it in comment section as well as you can discuss with me. Thank you. Please subscribe.